Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Credit Game. My name is Mike. I come to you every single day. So you know credit. I want you to know it so well that it literally comes natural to you to understand what you got to do when you got to make a credit decision. So all of my topics on all of my videos are pertaining to what our members are asking questions, right? I use real life questions so I can produce a video that's going to help you out. So one of the things I want to share with you first, if you're a subscriber, you guys really have helped me out grow the fastest credit channel. I appreciate that. If it's your first time watching me, I do apologize for that. I should have been out there a little bit more. But for that reason, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button at the end here if you could see value in what I'm going to share with you today, as well as the most important thing is to make sure you're watching the videos, right? I'm doing it every day, not Monday, Wednesday, Friday, not once a month, not once a week. So turn on your bell notification. You'll see a bell. Make sure you turn the bell notification on so you'll see the notification when I do my videos every day. It's going to come by. Why? Because when you watch the videos, you're going to get better. The more you watch them, the better you're going to get. The better you get, higher your score gets. Okay? And so I want to do a video today for some of my subscribers, some of my members, that maybe they don't have the best credit score. Okay? Talk a lot about pros and cons today on this. But maybe you don't have an 800 credit score, which is completely fine. Maybe you need money, but you don't know where to go because you don't have a great credit score. I'm going to give you a few options, and basically what I'm going to share with you today is how to get a loan without using your social. Okay, so the first thing is this: you have to know what kind of different loans there are. Okay, and if we're not going to use our social, you have to understand that these are going to come in forms of two different ways. Okay, so you have your installment loans. Okay, you have your predatory loans. Well, I'm going to give you a third one. You have your title loans, which is basically the collateral of your car. Okay, now, one of the things you need to know about getting a loan without using your social is that your interest rates are going to be astronomical. When I say astronomical, I don't mean like just high. I don't mean just 30%, 40%, 50%. I mean the average being between 400% to 1,000% interest. Why would anybody pay that? Well, there are times in life where we go through a tough situation. Maybe there's a death in the family and you need money for the funeral. Maybe you lost your job, right? You just need money. Maybe you have a wedding coming up, right? There's times in life where we can't wait till our next paycheck, right? Because let's face it, I mean, if we're talking about America, right? This is home of the brave and land of the free. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck still. That may not be you, but for the most part, there are a lot of people that literally work, have a paycheck, don't put anything in savings because they can't save. They pay all their bills because they're over leveraged. And then basically, long story short, is they do it all over again and all over again, right? And they get caught in this vicious cycle of just work and pay bills, work and pay bills, work and pay bills, right? And it's just surprising to me how that happens, because what we need to be focused on is raising our income. But when you're talking about a loan without using your social, you got to remember these banks are going to ask for a very high, there's no personal guarantor. So they're going to ask for a very high interest rate. All right, so today I'm going to share with you two of the worst companies if you need to get money. Now the pro is this. I'm going to share with you two of the best companies and two of the worst companies. The pro is this: immediately you'll get funding, right? So same day funding. That is a pro, all right? A con to using these, obviously, is going to be if you need, $300, $400, just understand that some of these companies could be between 400 and 1,000% interest. So, you're paying 4x return. So for every 200 you borrow, you're probably $700 to $800 paying back. You borrow 200 and you have to pay back 800 from the $200 loan. But you don't need your social. Now, they're going to verify a few things. Obviously, they want to make sure you have a paycheck and you have a checking account. If you don't have a checking account so they can put the money into your account, it ain't going to work. If you don't have a job, it's not going to work. But there are times, and there's a lot of people that are very hardworking people. I mean, how many of you guys know hardworking people that will never make the millionaire status? That's not, the link is not hardworking. It's knowing education and working hard with that. But if you continue to have bad credit and not take action on your credit, then you're going to be put in this vicious cycle of where you just go to work, get a paycheck, go back, pay your bills, same thing all over again, right? And so what we want to do is focus on increasing our income. So that brings me to this question here. And that is this. If you had an opportunity, okay, put in comments below yes or no. Well, here's what I'm asking. Here's my question. If you had an opportunity that you can go into 2021, okay, with great credit, like negatives, I'm going to share with you what I mean by this. Negatives on your credit report, obsolete, unfair, all this crap that doesn't need to be on your credit, happen to be gone. You had an opportunity to learn what kind of trade lines to put on your credit, what credit limits, what age, how many you should do, what kind of progression file, what kind of bank should I use, A1 banks, store cards, all this information, right? If you had the knowledge to know, and you could do this within a 60-day period. Okay, we're talking about 60 days, not 6 months or 6 years. We're talking about from today, literally going into not even halfway through January of 2021, and you having great credit because you get the education, you have the credit repair done for you, and you know what trade lines to put on. So that way you can go out and get your own credit cards, your own primaries, and not the baby boys we talk about. So let's talk about this loan for a minute. What are some of the real cons to this? And again, I get people need money, right? And I get it. I've been there, needed money, right? Had to do a title loan. Okay, 7 years ago, had to do a title loan. Didn't have the money. Put in the title, right? They gave me $1,500. Now, with a title loan, interest rate is not as high, okay? But you got to own the car. They're going to give you a loan based on a title. You don't make the payments, they take the car. They repo the car. Okay, that's how the title loan works. Now, as far as the installment loans with no credit check, you're still looking 400 to 600% interest, but you can pay it back in 1 to 4 weeks. Right? And then you got the straight predator ones. That's called the payday loans, where it's like, look, I'm gonna let you borrow the money today, and when you get paid, I'm taking it right out of your check. So if you want to borrow $100, $300 to $400 is coming out of your paycheck on Friday. So my question would be this. The question is why? I'm gonna give you 2 companies that I would stay away from, and then if you do absolutely need money, 2 companies that have great reviews and that are, something you definitely want to look at. So net credit, I probably wouldn't go. That's going to be one of my first worst companies, net credit, okay? Not great reviews, very high interest. So if you're looking for essentially what we call predator loans, which is very, very high interest in emergency situations, net credit would not be a good one. Another one is PCA. Okay, and PCA basically stands for your personal cash advance company. Personal cash advance. Probably not another good one. These are my 2 worst companies if you're going for loans, okay? Stay away from those. Now, 2 of the better companies that I want to share with you is 24cashtoday.com. 24, the number 24, cashtoday.com. That's going to be one of my favorites, okay? Again, very high interest. However, great reviews. They don't gouge you, but you're still going to be in that, couple 100% interest rate. But again, they're not checking your credit, right? So if they're not checking your credit, it don't matter if you have 0 score or 400 score. It doesn't matter. They're going to give you a loan, okay? But you're going to pay for it dearly. And then greendayonline.com. Greendayonline.com is my first pick. Okay, they got a lot of great reviews online, a lot of 5 stars. People love them. Greendayonline.com. Use greendayonline.com if you absolutely need a loan, emergency situation. The reason I'm saying emergency is I don't recommend using any of these companies unless literally you're going to be thrown out in the streets. You just look. I can't make it. I don't have rent. I've got a wedding. I have no way of getting I can't do anything for Christmas. I mean, we're talking about literally down and out financially. Okay, but I understand that some of my subscribers don't have an 800 credit score and don't make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. So I want to give you an option. This is why I come to you guys to love, to share the love, because I get there's people that could use this video that could help them. right? And that's what it's about, giving back to people, especially with Thanksgiving coming tomorrow. I wanted to share with you guys something that I could really bring upon you that would, hey, maybe you watch this video and I'm reaching somebody right now. It's like, man, I appreciate this video, man. I appreciate the fact that you're sharing something that, as sad as it is, it's something I can use. And so that's my thanks and giving back at the same time for you guys. I would say why, okay? Because typically when you're using these kind of loans, it tells me a little bit about you. Maybe you're living paycheck to paycheck. Maybe it's you don't care about your credit score, right? That might be another indication. You just don't care about your credit score, which is why I say why, right? So it tells me a little bit about the people. Maybe you lost your job right through COVID. Maybe you're sitting home, you just got smashed by it, right? And I was talking to a gentleman yesterday. He's in personal training. He has no work. He's got to work completely, right? Went through his all the savings in the last 9 months, right? Great guy. Very, very ambitious, hard worker. But now he has no money because he was doing personal training and he's now not for the last 9 months. And so he didn't think forward enough. And so he hasn't thought about what he's going to do. But look, we get it. Sometimes you just need to use one of these payday loans. You're going to pay higher interest, but it'll get you out of a pickle, okay? I say it all to tell you this. Maybe on the flip side of this, okay, if you're the kind of person that has money, you're like, look, I got money, but I got shit credit. Like, that was me. Like, I had money, but I was at a 505. There's a lot of people out there, right? You know who I'm talking to. If it's you right now, like, you're like, okay, that's me. I got money. I just don't have credit, okay? What I need you guys to do, okay, if you're the kind of person that's like, look, I got a great job. I make a lot of money. I just don't have great credit, right? I was at a 505, but I had a ton of money, right? It happens. It just, I had a great job, made a lot of money, but I just, it wasn't a priority to me. And so when I started realizing I need to build a credit game, right? Because I built this for me, guys. You know that, right? I built this for me, not for you. But I had money, but I didn't have the credit. If that's you, I'm going to ask you to call me today. Okay, I'm going to be out on the floor. I want to help you. I'm going to get on the phone with you. I'm going to say what's up. I'm going to give you $500 off my program today to help you, A, and B, I want to say what's up to see what's going on, right? If you're like, look, Mike, I'm in a very similar situation that you were in. I just don't have good credit, but man, I got finances and I want to get it fixed. It now becomes a priority to fix your credit so you can get high limit credit cards. You can get the loans without paying 400 to 700%. You're talking about, 9% to 12% on a loan, okay? Maybe you want a consolidation loan because you got a bunch of credit cards like I did, and I was able to take $55,000 off credit card debt and put it onto one loan, so one payment, okay? Maybe that's you. Maybe you're like, look, I want to buy my first house, right? Maybe you just want to be an adult and you're like, dude, I want to be an adult, right? I'm tired of having bad credit, but I got money. I want to talk to you. So if that's you, I need you to call me. Call me so I can help you. And I'm going to personally help you, meaning like to say, hey, look, I just watched a video on the loan. Can I talk to Mike real quick? Okay. And I'll be willing to get on the phone with you, say what's up. That way we can relate. I want to get to know each and every one of my members. All right. So that being said, 904-420-7772. Hopefully this video, you can be like, look, man, thumbs up, man. It was able to help somebody. It was able to help me. But if you got money and bad credit, call me at 904-420-7772. You guys are getting elite credit pair. You're getting the discount, huge broker program discount, 75% off of Tradelines. And I'm going to show you exactly what I did in Credit Game for me. So literally, you don't have to ever pay a credit repair company again and legitimately change your life financially. I promise you this. If you take action, you will not fail. Number one, because I'm not going to let you fail. 904-420-7772. This is Mike from the Credit Game. I'll be out there waiting on your call. Remember, if you got money and bad credit, I want to talk to you, and I want to talk to you today. I love you guys. Have a great Thanksgiving. I'll talk to you in a few minutes. Take care.